these activist judges should go to hell, but that's not our job to put people in hell. Our job is for them to go to jail. That's what we can control. God controls the other one. I think you should go to hell for this. What's going on, y'all? I'm so excited to tell you guys about our campaign that we're doing. We do it annually, and it's the Prison Fellowship Angel Tree campaign. And this is for young children whose parents are incarcerated. So if you guys have a heart like me and you love to help, and I know you guys do, this is an opportunity to bless someone else. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling despair, or whatever the case may be, this is the chance for you to feel better by blessing other people. Let me tell you this. The camp is a refuge for young people. It's a safe place for people, for the young people. And it's a great outdoors experience. They meet new friends. And most importantly, they learn about the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we have 15 kids that we've sent already, thanks to generous donors. It's $200 per kid. Now, that does not mean that you have to individually give $200. If God has blessed you with $200 to give, then you can give that. But if we all work together, whether it's $10, $15, $20, $30, somebody can give $1,000 if you want to, whatever God is purposed on your heart. If we all work together, we can reach the goal of raising enough money to send 250 kids. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. I know that you got it in you. I'm going to give a significant amount from my family, and I want you to join me in this. I cannot wait for us to get to our goal, and I think we'll do it soon. God bless you, and make sure you go to the link in the description section to donate, and we are going to do well in this campaign. This judge, I'm glad she went to jail. I hope she go to prison, and I hope they shank her in there. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hope they shank her, but I do hope she go to prison, though. She had been charged, right? Obstruction of official proceedings. The definition is knowingly impeding or interfering with an official proceeding, such as a lawful arrest by federal officers. Penalty can be up to 20 years in prison. I hope they max her out. They not, but I hope that they would. Concealing a person from arrest, knowingly harboring or concealing a person from arrest under U.S. authority, up to 5 years in prison. More if the concealed person committed a felony. Now, I want y'all to put this in perspective as we watch this clip, because these activist judges should go to hell, but that's not our job to put people in hell. Our job is for them to go to jail. That's what we can control. God controls the other one. I think you should go to hell for this, but that's why I'm not God. But at minimum, you should go to jail. Now, out of all the people that this judge could have tried to circumvent and skirt through the system, out of all the people, she chose to do this with this guy. And when you listen to the clip, you'll see what he's being charged with. And you have to ask yourself the question, what are these Democrats thinking? Roll the clip.
A view of the 6th floor of the Milwaukee County Courthouse outside Judge Hannah Dugan's courtroom. It's April 18th. An undocumented Mexican national Eduardo Flores Ruiz, seen here in black, arrives for a hearing on domestic battery charges.
Sorry.
He walks past
domestic battery charges. And this is not talking about a battery that came from the United States of America, right? This is somebody physically assaulting a person in a domestic relationship. That means that this is him probably beating up a woman. So this man is being accused of beating up a woman or beating up some kids, and he's facing charges on this, and this lady chooses him to help him escape. Same woman that probably got a vagina hat on her head talking about women's rights. Now, as we continue, shout out to the agents, because one of them is sitting on that pew right there. Shout out to the ones that are like, F this lady, we gonna do our job. Shout out to them. That's the only reason how they caught this guy. Roll the clip.
plainclothes federal agents there to arrest him and into Dugan's courtroom. According to court documents, Judge Dugan learned of the agents' presence and confronted them in the hallway. She's seen in the video directing them to the chief judge's office. Minutes after most of the agents leave, Flores Ruiz walks out of Dugan's courtroom through this door, which federal prosecutors call a jury door, not open to the public. But one federal agent hangs back in the hallway.
Look
You can
at
see
him.
him here in the tan. He motions to follow Flores Ruiz and gets onto the elevator with him. Here's Flores Ruiz leaving the courthouse with the agent not far behind. Once outside, Flores Ruiz starts running. Agents chase him halfway around the building before arresting him on 10th Street. What you've just seen is what could be key evidence at the center of the case against Judge Dugan, now federally indicted, charged with concealing a person from discovery and obstruction.
Now, somebody tell me that they don't have enough circumstantial evidence, which is probable cause to arrest her for what she did. She literally asked the agents to leave, right? Because she wanted to clear them out of the hallway. And when they left, he didn't go out the way that they normally go out. They snuck him through a back door so that the agents wouldn't see him come out. But some of the agents were smart enough and they knew what she was doing, so they hung behind. Now, just imagine if they left and gone into that room and was in there when they let him out the back door to escape out the front. He'd be gone right now. And he's been charged with domestic battery. He beat up a woman. More than likely, that's what it is. He beat a woman up. He's a woman beater, and he's an illegal alien. I hope she go to jail. I read her charges, and I hope that she go to jail. This is what I'm going to read this because Jordan prepared it for me, so I want to do my due diligence to read what she prepared for me. Role of the judge in immigration court. Judge must uphold the law impartially. They do not have the authority to interfere with federal immigration enforcement, which is ICE, harbor or assist in evasion of law enforcement, offer legal sanctuary from immigration agents in court facilities. Those are three things that judges are not supposed to do, explicitly stated. So if they're not supposed to do that, she not only violated this, but she also violated the law. So therefore, she should be disbarred. I don't know if you disbar a judge. Maybe that's how you do it, because you can't practice law. And she should go to prison. Those two things should happen immediately. The legal consequences, it says here, arrest by FBI on April the 25th, 2025 for helping an illegal immigrant evade ICE, charges with obstruction of an official proceeding, concealing a person to prevent arrest, indicted by a federal grand jury on May 13th, pled not guilty on May 15th, face up to 6 years in prison and $350 fine if convicted. Okay. Professional repercussions were suspended from the bench in Wisconsin Supreme Court. Her case were reassigned to another judge. Public confidence concerns cited as the reason for suspension. The defense strategy, and this is what the defense attorneys are going to strategically try to introduce to get this lady off. Claiming judicial immunity. I want y'all to understand this. Right? Citing that Trump versus United States 2024 Supreme Court decision, filed a motion to dismiss based on those protections. So you know how people cry about presidential immunity? They cry about police immunity, which is qualified immunity, not absolute immunity. But just so you know, that judges also enjoy the luxury of having qualified immunity as well. Now, I'm under the impression they are saying that the judge will have absolute immunity like the president, which I don't think that the judge should or would have absolute immunity. They're saying that the judge, in my opinion, if they have what you would consider to be qualified immunity, that means that if you did something in good faith while you're actively doing your job and it comes out later, or it had been determined in the courts that that action that you took was not correct, meaning that they cannot retroactively prosecute you for something that changed in the future. Or if it's something that was ambiguous and you didn't knowingly and intentionally violate a law, you have immunity. And I think that immunity is reasonable, because you don't want a judge to implement something that's a gray area in the law and then end up going to prison for life because later on it was determined that that choice wasn't correct. So all you immunity people out there, just know that judges, political officials, they get qualified immunity anyway, and nobody's talking about that. They only talk about police. But I hope she go to jail because what she did was wrong. And we do not need that in this country. And things need to be brought to the forefront and people need to get prosecuted so we can show an example that we will not deal with this.